All right. That's right. We're making content. All right, Comrade Dolly. Here in the Sigma NB interview grind set. Next up, Dolly Parton shuts down patronizing interview and style. So I guess maybe this is something that we can learn to not do. Like, don't be patronizing, I guess. Yeah. And chat, if you have any... while we're in the Sigma interview grind set, Sigma NB interview grind set, please use the one channel point reward to tell me what did you learn today. And you can tell me something that you're learning that is either an example of something that's something to do while interviewing, or an example of something not to do, or just anything that you're getting out of this that you think would be worth noting later. All right? You could use the 1 point channel point reward to help me make note of these things. All right, here we go. Dolly shuts down patronizing interview and style. Oh, by the way, if you're watching the YouTube video, get wrecked. You need to watch my live streams, okay? Because then you can interact with the stream and tell me what you're learning. Otherwise, tell me what you're learning in the comments, I guess. That'll work too. Here we go.
Dolly, where I come from, would I have called you a hillbilly?
If you had of, it would have been something very natural, but I would have probably kicked your shins or something.
She's hard not to love. Top of the hour, by the way, I'm hitting the button, the shill button. Please, please, please help me keep the stream alive. Been a pretty good day today. Beat the daily sub goal. Let's see if we can push that line up.
No, actually.
But when I think of hillbillies, am I thinking of your kind of people?
I think you probably are. The people that grew up where I was.
What the fuck kind of question is that? What the fuck kind of question is that? When if you ask someone else when I think of something, am I thinking of what? Yeah, I guess so. Is that what she said? I can't turn on the captions for this.
But I would have probably kicked your shins or something. No, actually.
But when I think of hillbillies, am I thinking of your kind of people?
I think you probably...
Yeah. You're telling me right now that you are. What a weirdo.
They are. The people that grew up where I was were the ones that you would consider the little Abner people, Daisy Mae and that sort of thing. They took that kind of thing from people like us, but we were very proud people with a lot of class. It was country class, but it was a great deal of class, and most of my people were not that educated, but they are very, very intelligent. Good common sense, horse sense we called it.
Dolly, did you look like this when you were a kid?
Not quite.
I mean...
Oh my God, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, Barbara Walters? Did you look like this when you were a kid?
You didn't have the blonde wig, but when you went into school, when you were 11, 12, 13, was it this about you?
Well, you mean...
oh my God, dude.
Figure?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I thought that's what...
She's too shy to ask the question. She has to have her guest finish the question for her. If you're gonna like... Oh my God, Barbara Walters, you're literal trash, man.
Well, actually, I've always been pretty well blessed. As a child, I grew up fast. Other members of my family, have done the same.
My assistant asked me something, and I'm going to blame it on her because I wouldn't have had the nerve otherwise. Is it all you?
Uh-oh.
Well, I can't show you here on television.
I'll take your word for it.
I get asked that question. I always answer that because people...
I don't get it. What does that mean?
People are in...
Oh, are they real?
Of the whole thing. A lot of people say I have. A lot of people say I haven't. I always say that if I hadn't have had it on my own, I'm just the kind of person that would have had me some maid.
You don't have to look like this.
I love Dolly Parton. It's really hard not to love her right now. Oh gosh.
Beautiful. You don't have to wear the blonde wigs. You don't have to wear the extreme clothes, right?
No, it's certainly a choice. I don't like to be like everybody else. I've often made this statement that I would never stoop so low as to be fashionable.
She's literally leaning into it. And you love her for it because She's the bad one here. She's also leaning into it.
Well, that's the easiest thing in the
Literally.
world to do. So I just
But in a
decided that
cringe
I
way.
would do something that would at least get the attention. Once they got past the shock of the ridiculous way I looked and all that, then they would see there was a parts of me to be appreciated. I'm very
She's legit.
real where it counts, and that's inside, and as far as my outlook on life and the way I care about people and the way I care about myself and the things that I care about. But I just chose to do this, and it's show business is a money-making joke, and I've just always liked telling jokes.
But do you
Wow. That's truly a breath of fresh air. I need to inject that into my veins. So much so that I need to hear it again.
Things that I care about. But I just chose to do this, and it's show business is a money-making joke, and I've just always liked telling jokes.
You're hearing right there, like her, like one of her central motivations, like what makes her tick right there. That's like that's one of the. She just opened a huge door in the interview, right? You think Barbara Walters walks through? I'd be like, oh, what do you mean by that? Showbiz is a joke. It's a money-making joke, yeah. I honestly think if I like thought about this for a little while, like it would mean something more to me, and I would like start streaming differently or whatever. So I wonder if Dogface is she just gonna ask again, boobs? You know?
but do you ever feel that you're
But boobs.
a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make
Look at how she asks the question.
But do you
Watch
ever
your
feel
eyes.
that you're a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make
Oh my God, Barbara Walters. What a fucking shit stain, dude. Hey, Barbara Walters, do you ever worry that people think you're a joke? That they make fun of you? Like, what the fuck, man?
fun of me. But actually, all these years, the people, has thought the joke was on me, but it's actually been on
Is Barbara Walters still alive?
the public. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can change it at any time. Or I make more jokes about myself than anybody, because I enjoy it. I know, like I say, I am sure of myself as a person. I'm sure of my talent. And to me, and I'm sure of my love and for life and that sort of thing. I'm very content. I like the kind of person that I am. So I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure with myself.
Listen, tell me about this marriage of yours, this man whom nobody ever seems to see. We heard that he was here. We heard that he was in town, but none of us have seen him. Paul Dean, you don't see him very much. You're on the road most of the time. You've said, I know that this marriage will always last. This man gives me everything I need. How do you know?
Well, I need freedom. The man gives me freedom.
So why get married?
Well, why not?
Why? I mean, if what you want most is freedom, why have a husband tucked away someplace to see 6 weeks a year?
What the fuck is Barbara Walters projecting right now? What the fuck?
But he has the same freedom. See, the thing of it is, you don't find a person that you can be happy with and that can accept you the way you are and can share the things and to plan for the future and to enjoy your home. We have our foundation, we have our roots, we have all the things that everybody's looking for, and that's happiness in a marriage.
Yeah.
I've got better things to do than to sit around in my room thinking, oh, what's Carl doing tonight? I wonder if he's with somebody and this and
that. I'm truly stunned. Go into the comments. Yeah, dude. clearly and openly agenda-driven. There was obvious disdain. So there's a big problem. If you're going to invite a guest that you're disdainful of, like, why? Why are you going to interview someone you're obviously disdainful of? And then show up and be an asshole. You know what I mean, right? And then Dolly Parton's doing nothing but killing her with kindness. Flipped everything on its head. But never directed it back at Barbara, despite clearly having the intellectual ability to do so. I think that's like an ultimate flex, to be honest. That is a huge flex. It's like, I clearly don't give a shit about what you think about me. But if I was forced to explain myself to someone like you, here's how I would do it. Truly an incredible performance by Dolly Parton. It was as if she scripted her responses. Bad energy from Barbs. Are we going with Barbs? Barbara Walters, man. She's all like, what makes you think it's gonna last? She was married to like 3 different dudes or something. What makes you think it'll last? Which I think at that point she was just truly looking for advice. Well, no. When was that interview done? I can't tell. If you were to guess.
This is a money.
77. She was looking for advice. Oh no. Dude. And she like looks at Boobas and goes, what do you think about people making fun of you and saying that you're a joke? Fuck you, Barbara Walters. Okay. But here's the thing. She interviewed every sitting U.S. president and first lady from Nixon to Obama. Like, what kind of soul selling do you got to do to get to pay for that access, right? What kind of soul selling do you have to do to pay for the kind of access that allows you to interview every U.S. president and first lady from Richard Nixon to Obama? She did interview Trump and Biden, but not as presidents. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Being connected doesn't make you talented. I'm going, I don't know what my route's going to be, but if I were to guess, my route's going to be not the access route. It's going to be I guess I got to go hard-hitting interviews, don't I? Hard-hitting. Right? That would help. That would help get some views on the YouTube. But that's the thing. I don't want to invite people that I'm disdainful of. So I don't need to be hard-hitting. I don't want to be hard-hitting. So there's that. I'm just going hot tubs. You're right. I'm just going to wear little short shorts. I'm going to get a waterproof keffia. Oh, for sure. Just because you did a lot of a good thing doesn't make you good at it. Hell yeah. This is explaining. This helps explain. This illustrates, right? This is an example. This is evidence of media helping manufacture consent. One of the key aspects of manufacturing consent is effectively paying for access, either explicitly or not. It's usually just by hawking their agenda and then allowing them on to say it when they want. Let's have CIA. Let's have ex-CIA guy come and tell us about something that sounds completely the same as CIA propaganda right now. Oh, but they quit? I doubt it. John Cipher in the house? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you my biddies. Oh, I've flashed you. I'm showing you my chips. I've flashed my chips before. I've shown my poops. Show us your poops. Flash your chips. Do a cold tub stream. Ooh. Yeah. Just freezing your balls talking about politics. Here's what I hate about what the Imperial Court's doing. Can I have a hot chocolate? Hey, C. Ortiz, welcome in. Love your face. Wim Hof? Wim Hof? Wim Hof. What's Wim Hof? All right, hold on. We're supposed to be focusing and learning on about a thing. Is there anything else we can get from that interview right there? All right, so reviewing again. The problems with Barbara Walters. She was openly disdainful of Dolly Parton. She had a clear agenda and was coming at her. To me, she looks like Barbara Walters looks like the bad one looking back on it historically. I wonder how it was taken at the time. Namano says Barbara Walters was definitely trying to match a media narrative on Dolly, who was a contentious figure for being sexualized at the time. Well, I bet this was like sort of a polarizing interview. And maybe that's what Barbara Walters does with her access. I wonder if Dolly Parton would do the interview again, knowing what she knows. If she would have done it again. You know, go back and do it over or whatever. A lot of people who identified with Dolly Parton felt she defended them well. The clip resurfaced a few years ago, and Barbara Walters was dragged. Really? Okay, good. So I'm not the first one dragging her. Clearly, this has 6.1 million views. Wow. Posted in July 2021. Is that when the clip resurfaced, maybe? Maybe this was the clip, because this has got a ton of views. Yeah. Well, fuck Barbara Walters. Fuck her. That's the video. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Keep the stream alive. Support on Patreon. Thank you. Love your face.